So, hello and welcome to 5 at 5. India's tour of Ireland is set to start. Rohit is there in Belfast, waiting for the Indian team to arrive in batches. There's also some development regarding the squad. Nitish Kumar Reddy has been ruled out due to a quad injury, and in his place, Suryansh Shedge has been called up. It's his maiden call up, so a good moment for this Mumbai all rounder who has played for Punjab Kings in the IPL. Recently in India, he was one of the star players for the Indian team, and of course is a promising prospect as far as medium pace bowling all rounders are concerned in the country. Let's talk about this squad, and of course what's the buzz around Vaibhav Sooryavanshi, whether he can make his debut in the presence of Sanju Samson, Ishan Kishan, and of course Abhishek Sharma. So we'll start this debate. Rohit, you are in Belfast. What's the update around the Indian team? When are we expecting the first batch to arrive, land in Belfast? And of course, what's the update on the second batch as well?
The first batch will arrive tonight. As far as here local times is concerned, I'm not talking about as per Indian Standard Time, because Indian Standard Time then it's very early morning in India. So Indian team will be landing in Dublin, and then they'll take the by bus. They'll come from Dublin to Belfast from there. So it's a couple of hours journey, and we know that it will take for them also to make everything well organized at the airport around 1 hour, means coming out of immigration, taking their stuff and then coming out of the airport. It will eventually take 1 hour. So I think it will completely take, I think, 2 to 3 hours as far as Indian team the first batch is concerned. And the first batch will have most number of players, be it the Vaibhav Sooryavanshi or the Sanju Samson or the Abhishek Sharmas. You'll find multiple players, in the first batch, and then second batch obviously will be around the support staff, the coaching staff, the people in the administration, the people, around this team. So that will start from there onwards, and they'll be reaching here by tomorrow afternoon. So it's going to be, means a complete day for Team India to come here and settle down, and that's why there's at this point of time no practice scheduled for tomorrow, because Indian team, reaching here at the odd hours. So I don't think there will be any kind of practice, but you can't be very sure about it, because I remember in Australia, similar thing have happened. Yashasvi Jaiswal wanted to practice, so he went. Rishabh Pant, similar thing he did, and so it depends on the players also, that what they actually want to do here. It's not very cold here. It's not very hot here at this point of time. The sun is out. You can see it, and it's showing, means when you see the temperatures, it's showing you 21, 18, 17, but it's not that cold here. So I don't think that there will be anything, drastic as far as weather is concerned. They'll find it pleasant, because, they are coming from what, 31 degree, 35 degrees from India to a fairly 20 degrees temperature here at the Belfast. And then obviously the big question, as you said, is around Vaibhav Sooryavanshi. I remember coming from, I landed in Birmingham, then went to Manchester, and then Manchester from there I picked up, the flight to Belfast, and there were Indians there, and they were only talking about, either you tell me about Virat Kohli's fitness, or you tell me about Vaibhav Sooryavanshi. We went to just a local restaurant here, just very near to this our place. It again owned by wonderful Rajasthani people, and they also told us that we are very happy that Indian team, because we all know that what happened a fortnight ago here, and this is the very area, this is the hub, this is where actually we call it the city center. So it
Mhm.
was around these places also. They told us that they need to shut it for 2 days. A couple of days there was nothing as far as business is concerned. So we asked them a little bit, because there were multiple reports going on as far as the security of the team is also concerned. But everything is really good here. Means at this point of time, we went to the team hotel also. Everything is very relaxed. It's a very iconic venue where the team hotel is.
Right.
I'll be amazed that when players see out of their windows, I think they'll definitely find this wonderful place, which was a shipyard a century ago, where they form and assemble Titanic. And from here, means I didn't know about the history of Titanic related to Belfast. I always thought of it from Southampton, that
Southampton.
it was there in Southampton, and then it went to France, and then from France it has to reach to New York, and then what had happened. We all know the history, but this is the very place where it assembled. And Team India's hotel, it's a direct view. it's like they open their curtains and it's right in front of them. So yeah, maybe we'll definitely tell it to a couple of players that you are at this point of time at this iconic place. So yeah, a wonderful city, a beautiful city, a very calm, not something like a Melbourne or a London, but Shubhanda, that these places have their own charm. So
Yeah.
yeah, looking forward to the team, looking forward for all of them. And the historic day, 18 years ago today, Rohit Sharma debut in this very place,
Yeah.
Belfast. So yeah, I remember I was in sixth class at this point of time, and I remember that match very well. Not getting a chance to bat, and then Gautam Gambhir getting the man of the match award. So yeah, a lot of memories to this city, but everything is really good at this point of time, Subhanda.
Right. Bharat, of course, a lot of movement around the Indian team as well. Suryansh Shedge has been called up to the squad. What's your early impressions of Suryansh Shedge? A very talented boy, has done well for Mumbai. And Syed Mushtaq also has played a lot of T20 leagues in Mumbai, or in IPL also made an impression for Punjab Kings. So what's your early impressions on Suryan Shedge? Of course, don't expect him to bowl at 135, 136 as of now, but still a decent prospect in my opinion.
Yeah, his batting has definitely improved. There was a time when it felt as if he struggles against pace, but in the 2026 IPL, he definitely has worked hard on his batting. You could see that in terms of the horizontal bat shots that he played against the pace bowlers, those who tend to bowl the hard length. That is where it comes down to in T20 cricket now. If you really want to succeed in T20 cricket, you have to be good against hard length. Otherwise, it is going to be a struggle for you because every team, at least in the world of IPL, every team seems to have a couple of tall, fast bowlers who will come hard at you. So that was good to see that he's improved his batting. Yes, his bowling is not there yet. See, everyone can't bowl at 135, 140 kilometers per hour and then come
Right.
out to bat and score 50 or 25 balls. Yes, credit to Nitesh Reddy that he was able to do that under the guidance of Stephen Jones. So credit to both of them. But it doesn't always happen with everyone. So one has to be slightly cautious on that aspect. Who knows? He too somewhere in the future might be able to bowl occasionally at 135 kilometers per hour. But as of now, I think he's mostly someone who is more of a batsman who can bowl a bit. But definitely, as a batsman, he's improved because when I first saw him, he was more like a typical leg side slogger that you would see with a lot of young batters coming through the ranks. They would just look to clear the front leg and try to smash it. But at some point of time, especially in the world of IPL at a higher level, you would get found out. So on that basis, it was very good to see that he's definitely improved his batting, and hopefully we will see a little bit of him. Yes, one more point I want to add is I just heard that the weather is good there, but generally in Ireland you get a lot of rain, lots and lots of rain. Maybe this time around it won't be the case, but if you get any kind of rain, obviously it would nip around a bit. The ball will nip around a bit. That could test some of those younger batters in India's ranks. But based on what I've heard, it looks like the weather is pretty good out there.
Yeah, it looks pretty sunny and pretty warm as well. Not as warm as a Chennai or a Lucknow or a Chandigarh at this point of the year in India, but still, I mean, people locals there would definitely enjoy this sun and the warmness that it is producing. But Vaibhav, what are you expecting from the series? What are you looking forward to from this T20I series? Only two T20Is before they move to England. But here in Ireland against an Irish team, are you expecting team to give a debut to Vaibhav Sooryavanshi, Suryan Shedge? Now that there is a debate around, Nitish Kumar Reddy's injury concerns, he has also been getting a lot of injuries, lot of niggles in the last couple of years. He has missed quite a few matches for India due to these niggles. So is it time for India to, start preparing a backup for Nitish Kumar Reddy as well?
It's funny, a few days back, Ryan Tendashkate in the press conference said that Nitish Kumar Reddy is the natural successor or a backup to Hardik Pandya. Now, both of your first choice player and backup both are injured. And I think it raises a few questions about the operations at the center of excellence as well, because plenty of injuries. You see a Mohammad Siraj being pulled out of the series. He was selected for the Ireland series and England series. Then Virat Kohli, Hardik Pandya picking up in injury at center of excellence after getting a clearance itself is a mystery. So I think questions should be raised. I think BCCI, the senior administration, should raise questions about the operations or whatever happening, the functioning of center of excellence as well. But coming to your question regarding this, see, two T20s doesn't give you a lot to think or experiment. But I think the only two things that I am looking forward to, I'm sure the objectives of the team will be the same. That first thing, obviously, whether Vaibhav Sooryavanshi will make his debut or not. On that point, I think this is the best opportunity, as we have seen that he has smashed Jasprit Bumrah, Josh Hazelwood, Kagiso Rabada, the best of the bowlers. And if you look at the Ireland squad, which they announced yesterday, Ireland as Ireland will be without as many as four of their first choice players and senior players. Paul Sterling would be there, Mark Adair, their most experienced, most successful pacer won't be there. Then there are few absentees that will hurt them. Obviously, Curtis Camper, their best all-rounder, who has taken a hat-trick as well in the World Cup, so he will be missed. So there are plenty of players. So this will be a new look Ireland team under a new captain, Lorcan Tucker. So I don't think I think it will be a should be an easy series for India, given that Ireland is not going to come with a full strength team. And I think this again presents an ideal opportunity for in team management to try out Vaibhav Sooryavanshi before the England series, because there is a short turnaround time between the Ireland series and England series. England series starts at on 1st of July. And the second objective, because Harshit Rana is a part of this squad, I think they should give him both the games, because he has not played any sort of game since picking up the injury. He missed the World Cup, he missed the IPL as well. You have picked him for the ODIs as well against England. And if you're looking at the bigger picture, you should make him bowl, because obviously team management in I think they are looking at Harshit Rana as their number 8 in one day cricket, and obviously one day becomes the focus format for at least 1 year next. So I think Harshit Rana, giving him both the games, seeing him how he's shaping up with the ball, if their rhythm is there, I think team management should give him enough time. I think these are the only two objectives, apart from obviously giving more game time to somebody like Washington Sundar with the bat, with the ball, because he's been a part of your all format plans. So I think these are should be the primary objectives of the series for Team India.
Interesting, interesting. Rohit, you did interview Suryansh Shedge in Sri Lanka in Dambula. What was it like? How did you feel interacting with him? His mentality, his mindset. If you can give some insight around Suryansh Shedge, how he trains, what's his method behind the madness which he showed in Sri Lanka.
I think first of all, one of the very few players who can speak really well. You don't have to say that he wanted to say this, or what I got from his statement. It wasn't like that. He's very well articulated. As far as when you hear him, you think like that. Wow, this guy, because that you interacted with multiple Indian players, and I'm not saying that everyone. And this is not related to language. This is related to expressing themselves. I'm saying in Hindi also, or in English also, there are players who cannot express whatever they want to say. They want to tell you some certain things, but you have to say after a statement that exactly this exactly what he wanted to say. But when you interact with Suryan Shedge, you feel like that you don't have to use that word that he wanted to say this. No, whatever he want to say, that was very clear from him. And there are very few. You interact with Jasprit Bumrah, you'll find the same kind. I'm not comparing anyone. Or you interact with a Virat Kohli, you feel the same thing. But with Suryan Shedge, when he speaks, you find like, wow, this guy can tell whatever is going on. I asked him about Shreyas Iyer, the captain. I asked him about the pressure situation, because there was this game against Afghanistan when India was 127 for 6, and he walked out to bat.
Sri
And
Lanka.
against Sri Lanka, sorry, against Sri
Sri
Lanka,
Lanka.
he walked out to bat. And then from there onwards, the way he because just after that game, it was I think India was really doing really well at that game, but against Afghanistan, he got out I think only on 2. So it was just before the game when India were 127 for 6, and there walks him, I think they were 124 for 5. And then after that also there was a wicket fall, and then they were 127 for 6. So when I asked him about the situation, that, there were obviously certain things said by the coaches, certain things said by the senior players, but what exactly you were thinking when you were going out to bat. So how he beautifully explained me that I was only thinking that I have to see 1 over at a time. I'm not even seeing 5 overs. It's not a test match where you can say that, I'm going ball by ball. But he was saying I'm going over by over, and we knew that if we play 50 overs from here, we'll definitely put something really well there. And knowing his process, the way he talked about the pressure situation, the way he talked about being an all-rounder in India, seam bowling all-rounder, the way he talked about, I'm not specifically preparing for any format. Wherever, whatever I can contribute, I want to contribute. If I get a chance in the T20 format, any team, be it the IPL, obviously IPL is a T20 format. So in IPL, if I get a chance in T20, I'll definitely put my stronger feet there. Then obviously when I play the domestic cricket, because if you see his CK Naidu also did really well. His second innings 100, I think, versus Hyderabad was really good at that point of time. Before that, also, if you see the way he's contributed Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy 2024 in that final, and then obviously you talked about the IPL 2026. So if you talk about all of this, you'll see that yes, and as Bharat rightly said, that you can see an improvement. You can see that whenever he's coming out to bat or if he's bowling well, there is a change between Suryansh Shedge, who actually was in Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy 2024, and Suryansh in 2026. So that's what I found really well. We all know that what kind of a player he is. We all know that he enjoys the confidence of current Indian captain Shreyas Iyer in T20 format. Shreyas knows his game really well.
Yeah.
And that's why in last season, it wasn't a lot of games for him in the IPL. But this season around, he didn't started this IPL season, but then obviously he finished things as far as the IPL season is concerned. So I think he is doing really well, uh, and confidence wise, I found him really not only well spoken but very confident of his skills. That if I have ball in my hand, I can deliver. If I have bat in my hand, I can deliver. So this is something which you found in Hardik Pandya at the very from the very early stages of his career. That the confidence, amount of confidence in his words, will make you think that wow, this guy can really do it. And yes, there are still multiple things to be done right as far as his India call up is concerned. But I think as Vaibhav also said that it's a backup of Nitish Kumar Reddy, and we all know that Nitish also missed, as you rightly said, that Nitish also missed multiple things. After that Border Gavaskar Trophy, he hasn't played, I think, any single tournament. Multiple injuries, and then yes, IPL happened in between. But apart from IPL, if you look at him in bilaterals, so I think it's good if you have 3-4 players, seam bowling all rounder. Look at a Riyan Parag. Riyan Parag is also your all round option, but he's also injured. Hardik is injured. There's Nitish Kumar Reddy is injured. So there's no harm if you have 3-4 seam bowling all rounders, and you can pick and choose. Like in this particular series, I want a Suryan Shedge. In this particular series, I want a Nitish Kumar Reddy. Give majority of your game to the A-lister. Means if Hardik Pandya is fit, then give everything, most of the things to Hardik. If not Hardik, then give it to Nitish. If not Nitish, then give it to Suryan. But you have to plan it like that. So I think it's a brilliant move, and it's showing you the structure, the domestic structure of Indian cricket also, that now we are having this seam bowling all-rounder thing. We haven't touched upon Shivam Dube at this point of time, but yeah, means if you talk about these three, there are a lot of options with this Indian cricket team.
Yeah, with Suryan Shedge's backup call, I think it is pretty clear that the Indian T20I setup has moved on from Shivam Dube, unless and until he's injured, that we don't know as of now. But it looks like it pretty much looks like that they have moved on from Shivam Dube and are trying to groom the younger players who can deliver for India in the next 5, 6, 7 years in the future. But Rohit, another question before I go to Bharat and Vaibhav about Vaibhav Sooryavanshi. I mean, people are excited to watch him play, to see him on their television. But the question is, how do you break that T20 World Cup winning sides top three, top four? Now that Shreyas Iyer is here, he's expected to bat at number four. Uh, and the top three looks pretty much settled with Abhishek Sharma there, with Sanju Samson there, with Ishan Kishan there. So, do you move Ishan Kishan down the order to bring in a Vaibhav Sooryavanshi as an opener and make Sanju bat at number three? How do you see? Where are you seeing him play in this 11?
I think so. The first very important thing about this team management is if they can sack, means they can literally say that no need of Surya Kumar Yadav from here onwards. He's a World Cup winning captain, and who means you were there in Ahmedabad final press conference. There was a lot of smile on his face when journalists asked him about the LA 2028 and obviously the Olympic gold thing. It was a very smiling face of Surya Kumar Yadav with a lot of optimism in it. Who could have thought at that point of time that Suryakumar Yadav has played his last game? Means I'm not saying that he will retire from here, but as of now, his last game was a final he won at his home ground, and that too was a under 19. I'm saying that too was a T20 World Cup final. So means this team management gives you a clear indication that if they want something for the betterment of the team, they can take these hard decisions. What went against Suryakumar Yadav is his form, but what will go in terms of in favor of Vaibhav Sooryavanshi, that he could be or the future you are looking forward to is right here at this point of time. And this team, when they given started when they started to give chance to Abhishek Sharma, it was on the similar lines that you want someone who can really change the definition of the game, the real T20. Before 2022, we used to say this, that look at England how they are playing, look at Australia how they are playing a T20 cricket, and our batters were striking over a strike rate of 130, 140. Suddenly Suryakumar Yadav came and he gives you a strike rate of 170, 180 with an average of 40 to 50. Two times ICC T20 Player of the Year, back to back years. I think 23 and 24, or maybe 22 or 23. So from there onwards, the definition came that wow, this is also a style where you can play like the way Surya Kumar Yadav, played at that particular point of time. Then came Abhishek Sharma. He said that I can strike with a strike rate of 190, 200, and give you an average of 30, 35, 40, and became the number one T20I batter for more than a year. And then now Vaibhav Sooryavanshi, I can bat at a strike rate of 230 and then give you 700 runs also, have the orange cap also, and can beat any bowler. It's not about you want to pick and choose as far as Vaibhav Sooryavanshi is concerned. And then look at his numbers in the knockout. Look at his IPL qualifier innings or eliminator innings. Look at his semi-final 68 in under 19 World Cup and a 175 in the finale. And then look at his 94 in the Tri-Series final. So I don't think that Gautam Gambhir or Shreyas Iyer will have any kind of problem if they say to Abhishek Sharma or a Sanju Samson that boss, look, at this point of time, we also want to look into him as far as these conditions are concerned, because bowlers is not the real threat. The only thing you want to see is that when the ball is moving a bit, as Bharat rightly said, that when I landed here yesterday, it was little bit of drizzling at that point of time. So what if ball moves a little bit and you have a quality, a decent quality of fast bowlers who are very much, know these conditions really well, played a lot of cricket as compared to you or as compared to Vaibhav Sooryavanshi, way too much. What you do in these kind of conditions against these international bowlers? He has already shown in the youth ODIs last year. We were here. He scored, I think, a 30 ball, I think a 30ish ball or a 40ish ball 100 here in England. So he knows the conditions. He has played the bowlers here. So my only thing is that they can say to Abhishek Sharma or a Sanju Samson, if I have to take a decision, I'll definitely go with Abhishek Sharma and Vaibhav Sooryavanshi at the top.
Bharat, what would you do? How would you fit in Vaibhav Sooryavanshi in this Indian lineup?
See, when it comes to bilateral series, it is about experimentation. So it's basically they will arrest one or two senior players. So 100% Vaibhav Sooryavanshi will get in. If you ask about potential, obviously, if you look at the three players, potential wise, I believe Vaibhav Sooryavanshi is the best of the lot, even compared to someone like Abhishek Sharma, because whatever Abhishek Sharma does, Vaibhav Sooryavanshi seems to do it slightly better. That I'm thinking about T20 cricket, because if you can smash a hardline delivery ball at 153 kilometers per hour from Kagiso Rabada down the ground, then then there is nothing much to talk about his defects or flaws in T20 cricket. Yes, if the ball moves around a little bit, he might be in some kind of trouble. But in T20 cricket, how many times would you see the ball nipping around? So yes, potential wise, I would definitely pick him. But having said that, I understand from management's point of view, they would likely start with their established opening pair, and then somewhere maybe down the line, it could be even in the upcoming T20I series, not in the Ireland series, in the upcoming T20I series, England one game there or one game in Ireland, so he might get a couple of games here or there. But I expect them to start with an established opening pair in the first match, because otherwise it doesn't really look good if you really drop someone like Sanju Samson, because he just scored so many runs in the T20 World Cup. He's become the player of the tournament, and suddenly if you throw him out, it doesn't look good either. So they will try Vaibhav Sooryavanshi, most likely not in the first game, Maybe he'll get one
Hmm.
chance in the Island series and again one chance in the upcoming series. But there's absolutely no doubt about his game in limit overs cricket. A lot of bowlers will have a lot of nightmares. Yes, there are a couple of plans against him that I've already noted. A few times he got out that way in Sri Lanka. You just have to keep bowling that hard length and with that slight angle away from the left-handed Vaibhav Sooryavanshi, hoping that he will look for that what can is hybrid pull shot that he tries, not exactly the pull stroke, and get a top edge or a thick edge. Otherwise, in T20 cricket, there's not much going against him. So I expect him to break a lot of records, most of the records in T20 cricket. I might have added ODI cricket as well, but unfortunately, not many ODIs are played these days. So he may not be able to break enough records in that format.
Vaibhav, one scenario where Ishan bats at number 5 now that Shivam Dube, Hardik Pandya are not there, Nitish Reddy is not there. Ishan bats at number 5, Sanju bats at number 3, and Vaibhav Sooryavanshi and Abhishek Sharma opens. Do you think that's a possible combination for the Indian team where they don't hurt the bigger players, your player of the tournaments in the T20 World Cup, and at the same time try out a youngster whom the entire world wants to watch him bat?
See, somebody will have to, miss out. Somebody will have to miss out in the top three, the ones who played in the World Cup final as well. And looking at the conditions, I would look at who's the most vulnerable to the moving ball. And if I have to go by all three of those players, then it would be Sanju Samson, who looks the most vulnerable against the moving ball. Then if the conditions are overcast, there is a hint of
If
movement.
Sanju Samson's fans are seeing this, then they will
Yeah, see,
cause a
what
riot on
again,
Twitter.
it doesn't
Two
really
of them
matter because see, you don't have to go a long time
okay.
back to see how much trouble
At the rate
he
V
himself get
trips,
into.
V underscore trips
Yeah,
on
see,
Twitter.
you don't have to go back in long time back when he started his career to see how much he struggles against the moving. Well, just see the IPL, recent IPL. Whenever Sanju Samson scored his runs against DC and against the teams that didn't qualify for the playoffs. Okay, and not against the stronger opposition. Whenever there was a hint of movement, he got exposed. So there is the thing. If I have to pick among those three, who's the weakest of all three players when it comes to
What would
playing
be
against
your
the moving
what
ball?
would be your starting 11, Weber? What would be your starting 11?
Again, very tough. See, Vaibhav Sooryavanshi, Abhishek Sharma. I'll start with them. At 3, Ishan Kishan. At
Okay.
4, obviously, Shreyas Iyer. Then
Okay.
at 5, I think Shivam Dube is there na, in the squad or not?
Is Shivam Dube there?
I think so. I
And
think
I'll
so.
have to check.
I think only Varun Chakravarti is not there.
I don't think Shivam Dube is there.
Shivam is there, I guess. Just check it. So assuming Shivam is there, Shivam would be at 5. Then obviously, uh, who else? Akshar. Akshar will come back. Akshar is at 6. Then 7. 7 gone.
Is there? Is there? Is there? Do
Acha,
believe
Shivam
that.
Dube is there. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. He's part. I think all three squads, England, Ireland, and Asian Games as well. I think
Okay.
Shivam Dube is well, and Shivam Dube is there, so he becomes an automatic pick. So 5 Shivam, 6 Akshar Patel, 7 Washington Sundar, because I want to see him getting more opportunities with the bat, with the ball as well. And then bowlers. What are the options we have? Arshdeep Singh, obviously Arshdeep plays. Then Varun
Harshit is there.
Chakravarti.
Harshit Rana is there.
Yes, Harshit Rana. Yes, Arshdeep, Harshit Rana.
Prasid Krishna is there.
I am left with only one spot. 9, 10 is done. Then 11th, I will give it to Ravi Bishnoi, because Ravi Bishnoi is also because Varun Chakravarti is not there, so it presents an ideal opportunity for Ravi Bishnoi as well, who was there for the New Zealand series as well. So I think Varun Chakravarti, and if I have to give another addition to the middle order just to beef it up, because Rinku Singh is not there, obviously, then Suryansh Shedge comes into the picture, because as everybody has pointed out that he has improved his game. Earlier, he used to be
So
the
you are
one.
not picking Tilak Verma.
Oh, sorry, Tilak. I missed out on Tilak. Yeah, Tilak comes at 5 then. Tilak comes at 5, Shivam 6, and Akshar 7. Then that will be
No
the
real strike rotation, turn out of the team.
Yeah, I know. So there is a
You
problem with
you can
respect, but I don't think
you
there
can
will be a
either
lot
go
of.
with
I
Shivam
was
or
joking. I
Shreya.
was joking.
Means
I was
Shreyans.
joking. No real strike
Suryan.
rotation that will be thrown out of the team.
Yeah, it will be. See, it will be Shreyas. Sorry, Shivam and
Shreyans.
Shreyansh. Yes, because I think Akshar will play. Akshar is the only spin bowling all rounder in the first choice, so he should play. And experimentation wise, then you can set out a Shivam Dube and say that we have seen in two World Cups that what Shivam Dube can do. If it is about giving another seam bowling all rounder opportunity, then it has to be. And it also tells you a bit about selectors' mindset. They could have also thought about picking a Shashank Singh, who picked a few important wickets in the IPL as well. But just because he's on the wrong side of
Then
Yeah.
the
Ram,
pitch,
so many catches.
that's that's why
His
Shashank Singh is
fielding, his
not there. That's
fielding.
why a 23-year-old Suryan Shedge is there. Because see, doesn't matter how much you try to downplay the fact, but age does play a big role. When Surya Kumar Yadav was picked at that time selection committee was different. This committee are looking at the future, and that's why Suryan Shedge is being picked because he's the only seam bowling all rounder that you can think of who is there in the selectors radar.
I was thinking that Vaibhav should have taken the name of Raj Angad Baba and Ajit Tendulkar or Arjun Tendulkar
Arjun.
also.
Arjun Tendulkar,
Arjun
Arshad, I
Tendulkar.
could have
Why not
easily taken a name of
Ambrish?
Arshad Khan. Arshad
Mohammad
Khan is
Arshad
Arshad
also
Khan
Khan
is
is
there
also there.
as a bowling
Ramandeep
all
Singh is
rounder.
also there.
But
Why
Ramandeep,
not?
you did an interview with Ramandeep. Now you did an interview with Ramandeep. Since then, I don't think that
Ramandeep
they will.
around this time last year, Ramandeep was part of India squad. Ramandeep,
Yeah.
Ashutosh Sharma, all
Then that
these players have lost their
then that
Ramandeep
place.
has
interview
played for
happened.
India as well. He has played for
Yeah,
India
yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
Then that
Out of
interview
all
happened and
this,
everything. Ramandeep has fallen.
out of all this, the
That
one that I find somewhat good is Ambrish because he can bowl 135 kilometers
Yeah.
per hour.
Yes.
If he can
Yes.
power hitting a little bit because he rotates the strike most of the times. But if he improves his power hitting, he can be the one to look out for because he can consistently bowl around 135
Yeah.
kilometers per hour.
Maybe I
And
think for that,
he's
I
a
think
decent batter as well.
for RS
He's a
Amrish,
yeah.
he now comes under Virat Kohli's brand. His brand, Virat Kohli's brand is sponsoring him
But
along
No,
with Pratika Rawat.
exactly.
more than that, I think Sunrisers Hyderabad has to give him,
Yes.
some chance at this point of time because if you see Nitish Kumar Reddy also means Nitish also played, a vital part as far as Sunrisers Hyderabad this season is concerned. But I think they have to like replacement things, like we saying here that if not Nitish Kumar Reddy, then Suryan Shedge. So they have one of the finest all rounders means who can ball really well and as Bharat is saying that he just have to increase his power hitting a little bit. He's a damn good
Right.
bowler. He can increase his batting. He has a lot of this patience game also. I remember his innings in the India game
South Africa,
just before the under 19 World Cup also, and he
against
has
South
done
Africa.
yeah, against England also at the time of the friendlies. Scotland and England where India played the friendlies also. So yeah,
Anyway, I think that was a good discussion. We are waiting for the Indian team to arrive in Belfast, and you'll get all the visuals from their arrivals to their practice sessions as well. Not many practice sessions, but so if anything happens, Rohit will be there to update you guys with everything related to this India tour of Ireland and England. So stay tuned to Rev Sports. Thank you, Bharat, Vaibhav, and Rohit for joining in and hit the like button and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel for more and goodbye.
thank you.